You are about to enter a world of dreamscapes and nightmares. A world where the surreal is real, and you will encounter things humanity was never meant to know. Prepare to have your fragile illusions of reality shattered as you cross over into the nightmare realm.
Necronomiconned.
If you would have told me a week ago that I would be standing here in a dark alley at nearly 2 a.m. waiting to meet a black market book dealer, I would have thought you were crazy. My name is Professor Montague Wainwright Brisbourne III. I am the head of the anthropology department at Belcraft University. My area of specialization is in the history of the Necronomicon. I know what you are thinking. That's not a real book. H.P. Lovecraft made it up. Oh, if only that were true. You see, Howard Philip Lovecraft researched the occult and was even a member of what some might call secret societies. That man knew more about the occult and the supernatural world than any mere writer. His stories were not fiction, but warnings, based on his research into elder gods and dimensions beyond our own. So, basically, the Necronomicon is real. After years of searching, I finally have a lead on a copy, which is what brings me here. I'm meeting a man named Reginald Gastrell. He deals in black market books. I met Gastrell in a forum of like-minded individuals with an interest in the book and the truth behind it. He said that he had had a copy come into his possession and was looking for a buyer. After a bit of negotiating, we settled on a price, as well as a time and place for the exchange. So, here we are.
Professor Brisbourne?
Yes. You must be Mr. Gastrell?
Indeed I am. Do you have the sum we agreed upon?
Of course. I hold up the fold of the briefcase I'm holding. And I assume you brought the book.
You assume correctly.
He holds up a small velvet sack and pulls out the tome that fits snugly inside of it. The cover alone is unsettling. There looks to be a screaming face on the cover, and I don't mean a picture of one. I mean it looks like someone's actual face, locked in eternal torment. A sense of foreboding washes over me as soon as I see it.
Feel free to inspect it.
He hands me the book, and it feels heavy. Not in the conventional sense, but there is a darkness that you can feel, like someone walking over your grave. I open the book, and it feels like the temperature drops a few degrees.
Are you satisfied?
I nod and hand him the briefcase. He gives me a two-finger salute as he starts to walk off with his payment.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Now, to get this back to the office and get it secured. In the morning, I can begin to dissect this malicious manuscript. I did not get much sleep last night. That dreaded book consuming my thoughts. The little bits of sleep that I did get were plagued by nightmares. No doubt my imagination running wild under the circumstances. When I got to my office, Denise was already there. She was my research assistant and has been with me for 2 years now. She graduates next spring, and I am going to be lost without her until I can train her replacement.
Good morning, Professor Brisborn.
Yes, it is indeed a good morning, Denise.
Why? What's so special about today?
Today, I can begin what will be the culmination of my life's work.
What do you mean?
I was finally able to procure an actual copy of the Necronomicon. I met with the seller last night.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm sure there will be quite a bit you can help with. But first, I want to look over the book and make some preliminary notes and decide how exactly I want to proceed.
Okay. Oh, Professor Hamilton left you a message. He said he needs to speak with you about the department budget for next quarter.
He's still mad that I got appointed as department head instead of him. He thinks he can do the job so much better. Well, he'll get this job over my dead body.
I'll just tell him you'll get back to him.
I'm going to need you to cover my lectures today. This research is going to be groundbreaking. The things we can learn from that book.
I'm on it, Professor.
I sat down at my desk with that infernal book in front of me. I look at the cover and that face, and immediately a wave of nausea washes over me. I reach out and hesitantly open the book. A shiver goes down my spine as I make contact with it. I start to flip through the pages. The images are grotesque. I decide to take some notes and turn on my recorder. This is Professor Montague Wainwright Brisborn III. I am examining an actual copy of the nefarious Necronomicon. The book came into my hands by way of a private collector. I will be recording a translation of the text for use in further analysis. I will begin with the introduction. Before mankind walked the earth, elder gods called this world home. This book serves as a history of these beings, as well as a means to contact them and return them to their place of dominion over this material plane. Wait, I don't feel so good. There's a pounding in my temples and my vision is blurry. It's getting harder to breathe.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, but Professor Brisborn won't be able to finish the story on account of being dead. Reginald Gastrell here. You may remember me as the guy who sold the professor the copy of the Necronomicon. Or at least that's what he thought it was. You see, that wasn't actually the Necronomicon. It was just a regular loose-leaf notebook I'd picked up at the dollar store. I bet you're more than a little confused right now. Allow me to shed some light on the situation. I cast a glamour spell on the book. The spell makes it take the appearance of whatever book the person looking at it most wants to see, and the professor really wanted to see the Necronomicon. But that doesn't explain how he died, now does it? Well, I'm getting to that. You see, there was another spell that I placed on that book. One that would siphon the life force of anyone who reads aloud from its pages into this amulet around my neck. Yes, this gold one with the glowing red gem in the center. Now, I had no ill will against the professor, but it had to be somebody. His life force will extend my life. I'm actually a lot older than I look. A lot older. Well, I have to run. I have a client to meet. Take care, and if you ever really need a particular book, give me a call. See you around.
I hope you've enjoyed your journey into the Nightmare Realm. Congratulations. You've returned to the safety of the real world. Haven't you?